I think Josh fight for the belt. It's so nice because it got a lot of inspiration for a lot of young fighters. Young fighters come now for UFC, and I feel amazing because I'm still here. I'm considered like an old school fighter, and I have a chance to face off one of the best this new generation. And I have a chance to prove it's still competitive. And that fight, I'm training very hard. I take it very serious, Joshua. And I want to see myself, how I go, and my future in that division. That's what gone in there. The fighting style, Joshua, is basic in boxing. They face takedowns. Everybody watch that. But he don't have a lot of wars like I did in this division. He look fresh, very young. But his last fight with the Brandon Royval, I can understand he's not 100% in that fight because he take a short notice. And I can expect a...
Like I said, man, it's a blessing to be in a cage with one of the greatest of all time, Saturday night, I'm gonna take his belt, but it's all respect and love at the end of the day, man.
You also made it known that you think Pantoja's opponents gave him too much respect. So when the octagon door finally does close behind you, how are you going to approach this fight?
Same thing I always do. I'm going to beat Joshua Van.
Question.
Yeah, I feel great, That's about hard work, I think me and Merab worked so hard for this moment, because maybe it's another champs be a little bit lazy, because everything's come easy for that guys, And I feel me and Merab need to work so much to make this happen, and we don't want this moment to leave, We want to stay with this belt. We want to change my life and the family life, And they prove, about the pound for pound, all these mistakes, About the guys say a lot of bullshit about the flyweight division, and I think we try to change that. We changed that in the octagon. We changed that with a good performance, and that's why you still motivation. You see a lot of champions try to another belt or have some simple injury. You don't want to fight for more 6 months. Me, Merab, if you call, we can fight 2 months every time, and that's it. After this fight, you can call me, Merab. You ready to fight again?
I trust him, and I believe in our work, and we are getting that belt, so yeah.
And
Total chaos erupted behind the scenes at UFC 331 when Alexandre Pantoja and Joshua Van came face-to-face and things went completely off the rails. What started as a simple stare-down turned into a shoving, screaming confrontation that security had to break up, and the entire MMA world is talking about it right now.
He said, "Hey kid," that's my favorite part. Him referring to him as kid. Hey kid.
I loved it.
Hey kid. That's so disparaging.
they don't need to sell this fight for me because I'm already
fully invested.
I'm invested in it already, but he lost the fight, but he didn't get beat.
Yeah,
so that's the thing coming into this, But I do like to see Van.
So much in this.
His confidence,
Yeah, he's got
he's
a
the champ.
feel right
so
now.
much.
It makes it fun.
Yeah.
He's taken on top opposition since he's held that belt. I mean, wow, what a fight. I don't think I've had more anticipation for a fight at 125 than this fight.
Yeah.
I think this is maybe one of the biggest fights ever at 125.
I agree.
Yeah.
Especially now that they're
storyline.
talking a little bit, and the storyline
is like.
And Pantoja means it because he's not a guy who's gonna say this stuff. He doesn't
he's not
look
doing
for that.
the show. He's not just saying.
So he means it, whatever he's saying.
Yeah. I'm excited for that fight. It's very interesting. We've seen how great Van is on the feet. We know how great Pantoja is on the feet, but also on the ground. We've seen Van kind of little holes in his game on the ground. He ended up, persevering through it against Tatsuro Taira. It's gonna be interesting, man. A lot of tape study for both these guys now. He'll be able to really work on things.
Yeah, what I like about Van is his confidence. Like, he's a guy who's already been knocked out. Like, it's easy to be confident when you've never been knocked out. Because you feel like Charles Johnson. But like when you've never been knocked out, you think you're unknockoutable. Like you think you're untouchable. Yeah. But he's already been knocked out. But he still has the confidence of a man who's never been knocked out. Which means that he's not afraid to pull the trigger, not afraid to.
He's young. He's a champ. He defended the belt. I mean, it's going to keep growing.
Seems to rise.
It's going to keep growing.
Choked out.
He's never been choked out.
This is where the fuse got lit. Joshua Van refusing to back down at the press conference, telling Alexandre Pantoja to shut up in front of the entire room, is exactly the disrespect that led to the backstage blow-up we just witnessed. Pantoja does not forget moments like this, and clearly neither did he.
I beat Manel K.
Yeah, bro, talk about the fight for September 19th, man.
Kid.
We're not here for your story, bro.
Hey,
We're here for the fight. Let's go.
Hey, kid, when someone talk, you shut the fuck mouth.
Shut up. Shut up.
You understand?
Shut up.
You understand that?
Shut up. What you gonna do about it? Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. You ain't doing shit. Somebody get him some milk.
Hey, kid. September 19, you're gonna lock in the octagon with me, brother.
Here Alexandre Pantoja shows a completely different side, calm, thoughtful, a father speaking about respect and responsibility inside this sport. But do not let that fool anyone. The same man who talks about being careful with his words is the same man who lost his patience backstage. That contrast makes this rivalry even more fascinating. Straight from Joshua Van himself, no respect once that cage door closes. He is openly saying he will not let Alexandre Pantoja play his usual game with ease. After the backstage chaos we already saw, this promise now feels like more than just talk. It feels personal.
Pantoja, man, he's good, but like I said, people show him too much respect for him to play his game easy. You know what I mean? So it's not gonna happen with me. It's not gonna happen with me. Like, much respect to him, but I respect him as a man. But when we fighting in the cage, man, there's no respect.
Who do you got in this fight?
Even Merab is not fully convinced either way, and that uncertainty says everything about how competitive this matchup really is. He praises Alexandre Pantoja's elite jiu-jitsu and grappling pedigree, while acknowledging Joshua Van is a legitimately good boxer with a fun, aggressive style. But the biggest question mark remains Van's grappling defense, an area nobody has truly tested yet against a black belt of Pantoja's level. After what fans just witnessed backstage at UFC 331, this fight has transformed from a simple title challenge into a grudge match with real animosity behind it. And that unpredictability could make either fighter dig deeper than ever before when the cage door finally closes.
Who do you like? You think Van could beat him?
I don't know. Pantoja has great jiu-jitsu, great grappling. Van, yeah, he's good boxer, great fighter. I mean, I like his style, but I haven't seen his grappling and jiu-jitsu, and Pantoja taking could be tough.
The flyweight title itself is on the line here, but after everything that just went down backstage at UFC 331, this fight has become about so much more than gold. This is now a fight for respect, for legacy, and for who truly runs the flyweight division moving forward. If Alexandre Pantoja imposes his dominant game plan, expect world-class jiu-jitsu, relentless grappling pressure, and a champion who has already proven he can control fights on the ground against anyone in the division. His composure combined with championship experience makes him a nightmare matchup for any rising contender. But if Joshua Van pulls off the shocking upset, it changes everything overnight. His fast hands, aggressive boxing pressure, and fearless confidence could be enough to catch Pantoja before the fight ever hits the ground. A win here instantly makes Van the new face of the flyweight division and validates every bit of confidence he has shown leading up to this moment. So, who breaks first when the pressure hits its peak? Pantoja brings poise, elite grappling IQ, and championship-level composure built over years at the top. Van brings raw aggression, youth, and the fearless energy of a fighter with absolutely nothing to lose. After what happened backstage, do not be surprised if emotions spill directly into the octagon and turn this into an all-out war from bell to bell. This fight is no longer just a title fight. It is personal. Drop your prediction below right now. Who wins between Alexandre Pantoja and Joshua Van? And make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss the breakdown when the cage door finally closes.